Hello, Joe here. It's now Saturday the 13th of April, and here I am bringing you another chili plant update. Since my last video, we've got a lot more growth happening on these chili plants now. The weather's improved, not a lot, but spring has sprung, and the temperatures in the day have increased. In my greenhouse, we're looking at about 25 degrees as a maximum and as a minimum sort of 22, so we're getting much closer to the temperatures that we desire. And as you can see, compared to previously, we've got a lot more growth on the plants, much more growth past the seed leaf stage, and they're starting to establish their individual characteristics now. Sadly, two of my plants have died. One I showed you in the previous video I actually snapped off, and that hasn't grown, so that's been disposed of. And the other one was a Hungarian hotwax, which died in the heated propagator through lack of watering, which wasn't my fault. I was busy for a space of 2 to 3 days, and it just sort of withered away, which again was my fault, so I've learnt my lesson with that. So if I show you just briefly what's in the top. In the top we have a jalapeno, a very small Scotch bonnet, which is, doing okay. Just at the back there, that's another Scotch bonnet. This is a nice Hungarian hotwax, and this one's a demon red. But I bought to the middle shelf the much better examples, I think. So if we're getting a bit closer, that's a nice demon red. As you can see, lots more growth coming along the main stem, and that's starting to bush out nicely. This Scotch bonnet is looking beautiful. Just turn it around. Some very nice big leaves, and that's growing actually surprisingly quickly. It's a beautiful looking plant. In fact, I think it's probably one of my favourite plants out of them all. Still got his seed leaves here, but as you can see, growth is vastly improved. This one's a nice Hungarian hotwax. I've had to cut the leaves off this one here, and the ones at the back. You'll probably notice how tall and leggy they are. That's from, if you watch my second update video of this year, we had some damage to them, and the leaves weren't helping the plants at all. So when I repot them, I'll probably repot them to about here, if I can, and hopefully we'll get some root growth on this stem, because I don't think they'll grow leaves on here. But some very nice growth on the top. If we try and bring you in, that'll bush out nicely. And at the back here we've got some jalapenos. So I'm doing a bit of an experiment to try and wind that round the cocktail stick. I've only just put that in today, a nice big stick, so we'll see how that experiment goes, and I'll compare that to these ones at the back. Here we're just going straight up. So these three at the back are jalapenos. 1, 2, 3, and that one's a Hungarian hotwax. The only slight problem I've had is, if I spin this around for you, you'll see there's some slight leaf damage here. It's almost translucent. Happened about 2 weeks ago now. I'm not sure what that is, but it's not spread to my other plants, and it's not affected the growth of this plant, so I'm not too worried. So I think all in all, it's going well, and I'm much more optimistic about the progress through this season now. These will need repotting, especially the ones at the back will need repotting soon. I'll give it a week or two and then move on to bigger pots, 5-inch pots. They'll stay in this greenhouse though until, well, I'd give it at least another month before they move outside. But yeah, much more optimistic. If you're wondering what these are about £1 each from local hardware shop, Wilkinson's. That's a rocket and that's a basil. We'll see how those go. I've only just sown the seeds today. I just thought for a bit of fun, keep them in the greenhouse as a bit of a side project, but if you're into chilies, then keep watching my videos for more chili plant updates. Thank you.